Welcome back to the action here for the ISA World Surfing Games. Heat number 7 for men's round 3 has entered the lineup with Brazil, Chile, USA, and Puerto Rico. Felipe Toledo, 2-time world champion. Manuel Selman, Olympian from Tokyo 2020. John Florence, another 2-time world champion in the water. Up against Brian Toth, the local that will have the entire beach in his favor as this heat is getting underway. Felipe now up and riding on his opening ride for Team Brazil. Couple quick snaps on his backhand. Already qualified for Paris 2024 Olympic Games via his world title win.
That around the world for many years. He's experienced, as is Manuel Selman. So, while on paper, Felipe and John, two of the very best, most respected surfers in the world. Here's the local.
Brian Toth on the replay. Waiting for this first score to drop through, Barton.
Wow, that's a good one. I love the fact he went right and then back left. He did get caught behind a little bit. Here's John's. Let's see what he gets.
On his forehand, opting for the right to start off.
2-turn combination. Maybe not quite as good as Brian Toth's. Toffee definitely covered more distance. I like the variety with the backhand and the forehand. Here's Felipe's. One backhand re-entry into a snap into the pocket. Little board looked like it lost a little control. Toth there up and riding again.
All right, so waiting for scores on that first exchange. Toth up and riding on his second ride. We'll track now with John Florence. Pumping down the line, setting up for an air off the takeoff. And he's going to hold on to the finish. Well, that's one way to...
Somewhere there, but, who am I to say? But we'll see. And Brian Toth with the 617. Does he win the opening exchange, Felipe?
Felipe off the lip line, finding some speed and momentum, has to eject as that wave shuts down in front of him. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Rio. Enjoying that moment in the interview after a heat win. Centering himself. Manuel Selman now also centering himself out on this wave. Unfortunate.
Oh, we feel it, don't we?
That was a bummer. Big air reverse, nearly had a full rotation out of it. And Felipe Toledo with just small scores for his first 2 waves, sitting on a heat total of 5.76, now chasing a near 4 as he comes in from that first re-entry into the wrap, and he'll just kick that board out of the way. 30 seconds on the clock. Priority sitting with our surfer in third, the Puerto Rican, Brian Toth, just chasing a small score, but really more looking to take away the lead should he get a solid looking score on the board. Big foam climb to finish after 2 big checks off the lip.
It's, the world champs, here it is. So he drops down backhand, gets that beautiful backside turn in, comes around, gets the left, hits it in a speed line, turn to keep the speed into the last closeout, hits the closeout section. Here's John's 717 from behind the section, nearly a full complete rotation.
The second podium at El Pico, which is actually just really close to where our surfers at Rostrel are sitting right now.
Yeah, very close. 100 metres down the beach, maybe less at times. And look, that's a great shot to see how spread out our surfers are. John with the priority, not paying attention to anyone else, sitting where he believes that a good wave will come. Brian Toth with the third priority, moving away from those guys, so really he's on his own. He's surfing on his own, essentially, and the priority of the others can't dictate terms to him. No, that's smart strategically, as we see Team Puerto Rico, the support crew there.
Already 2 surfers qualified for their nation. And it may be falling down outside of just, the top 6 surfers in the event, because we'll likely have double qualifiers in that conversation as John's just setting himself up back to the rail work, and he'll take a stumble. He's already in a great leading position, took off on a wave that was pretty small as well.
Fall, we'll see him not improve, I'm sure.
Now up and going on the inside, just on his paddle back out, swings to take another look.
4-5 came through for the last one. That doesn't change anything. That fall there won't change anything. When the intensity stays at a high level for the entire ride. 5.33 though gets him up into second. Or one of them will get to the Olympics if they can grab that third spot, and you can see how hard they went and how hard they competed, because it's super valuable to them, that position. And Felipe's in the position where he needs to support his teammates and keep that value of their team high and not allow his own situation to influence the overall country's situation. So it's a really interesting spot you would find yourself in as Felipe, and he hasn't had the greatest of heats. Kind of goes slow out of the blocks, slow through the middle, and really slow towards the end, because this heat is done. Felipe Toledo in 4th place down to the repechage round.
Down to the repechage round, so there will be more opportunity, but the celebrations right now on to Brian Toth from Puerto Rico. You can hear the cheers on the beach. You know, the crowds that we had here on our opening 2 days, it was a weekend, a Saturday, Sunday, were unbelievable. Tens of thousands of people down here supporting this guy, supporting the Puerto Rican team. And for Brian to be through into the next round in the main side of the draw keeps the hopes alive for Puerto Rico to get themselves an Olympian this week.
And he beat the current world champion, the world champion of the last 2 years in a row, and they just congratulated each other. That is a massive win and a great confidence booster for the whole country, and shows some local knowledge, and good on him. He's a hard-working man, and that was a great performance from him, and it inspired the crowd. I loved hearing that cheering. Got goosebumps.
That was amazing. That was so fun to watch. Tothy from Puerto Rico in second. John Florence takes away a win with a huge air reverse. We'll be back with more action right after this.